A truly bizarre story just north of the valley. The U.S. Forest Service has arrested a man who had been illegally living in the Tonto National Forest for 8 years.
That's right. They said that they found about 1,000 pounds of trash and debris left behind. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly is looking into this case. And Chase, what did they find out there?
Creepy, what didn't they found? The Forest Service says there was aluminum cans, tires, plastic cups, and so much more. Enough to cover half an acre in trash. We also learned this suspect had multiple run-ins with law enforcement for the same problem before he was arrested. It's not uncommon for folks to drive up from the valley to the Tonto National Forest for a few days of camping. But the U.S. Forest Service says 65-year-old Mark Gatz told them he had been living in the forest near Pine and Strawberry for the past 8 years. They arrested Gatz at the end of June at an illegal campsite he created, saying despite fire restrictions, he had a hot wood-burning campfire. Records showed Gatz had multiple citations and 6 federal arrest warrants for similar problems. In those previous incidents, law enforcement with the U.S. Forest Service said they were flabbergasted by the amount of debris created by Gatz, calling it possibly one of the worst residential cases they had seen in the entire forest. They found Gatz had 1,000 pounds of trash at his campsite, including tires, plastic bags, aluminum cans, and more. Trash was scattered over approximately 1/2 acre on Forest Service land that was causing permanent damage to the national forest. The reports claim Gatz would build multiple fire pits. In some cases, officers would find those fires unattended, still hot, with the possibility of creating forest fires.
Very dangerous if one of the fires got out of control, especially on the Tonto.
Veteran reporter Jim Cross has decades of experience covering countless Arizona wildfires with KTAR before he retired. He's seen what these situations can become.
The poster child for how dangerous they can be with leaving a campfire unattended, the Wallow Fire. Largest fire in Arizona history, burned over 530,000 acres. Damage with firefighting and everything was somewhere between $80 and $110 million.
Cross encouraging everyone to make sure those campfires are out.
You got to think about somebody could lose their home, a lot of homes, somebody could lose their life over this. You're putting firefighters in danger if you're not careful.
Now, according to federal court documents, Gatz pleaded guilty to violating fire restrictions and unlawfully living in the forest. I did reach out to U.S. Forest Service about this case, and at this time, I'm still waiting for a response. We're live in the studio. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Chase, thanks.